If all dreams have meaning, then what the heck does it mean when all I can see is a Omori bad ending, specifically in plushie form? Dreams are weird, that's obvious, so I'm going to be talking about a few of my most notable dreams I've had written in my dream journal. So in this dream, I was just at this random restaurant with my friend, and he came over with a plate, right? And it had one tiny bowl of mac and cheese on it. And I was like, oh wait, that's cool. So I ate it, but for some reason, there's something called the mac and cheese project, or the Macaroni project, and I just caused us to fail it because I ate all the mac and cheese. Let's just hope that my minimum grade was at least a C. I also had another dream regarding food stuff, so I'm just gonna read it straight from the dream journal. I had a dream where I was in Japan and we were filming this sort of zombie apocalypse video, but while we were in production, we took a break to go eat. We went to this little boat restaurant at the river that was outside the dark cave tunnel, and the food there was so good. And towards the end, the lady that was serving us told us we had to leave because we were causing too much ruckus. But she let us eat a tiny bit of our leftover food before we had to go. I ate some vegetables in a cup that tasted like mac and cheese, so I guess that was good. After we all helped clean up, it was starting to get dark out, but there was these really pretty little lamp lights outside. And right as we were about to go, the lady server bowed down politely and thanked me for not causing too much of a ruckus, unlike my other crew friends. So I guess everything was okay. This next dream is kind of random, but it has a funny twist, so I'm gonna add it into the video. I had a dream where I bought this really cool manga, and this one character had a really cool design and storyline, and it was kind of like a fantasy world in the story, and the main character was similar to Koichi from My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and he was with some random deer lady, I guess. One thing I remember in the manga is that the deer lady sat down on a chair, and it was really high quality and looked really comfy, but turns out that was an electric chair, and Koichi tried to warn her about it, but she didn't listen, so she got electrocuted or something, I'm pretty sure. So that's weird. Well, R.I.P. deer lady. Real quick, this is editor me speaking. I forgot to talk about, transitioning to the next dream, so I had waken up from a bad dream and I couldn't fall asleep because it was only 12 a.m. So I went on my phone for a bit and then looked at the clock, and turns out it went back an hour to 11 p.m, which I thought it was weird, but maybe I was just tired. So I called in my parents to tuck me in, and they did, but I checked the time and it was 10 p.m. But I told them how weird that was, and then they told me it was a dream and that this wasn't real. Then I couldn't get myself to wake up, so I got really scared. So I went back to scrolling on TikTok, like any normal person would do after having a scary dream. And there is pictures of people's alarm clocks in the dream, and every one of the comments were saying 6:07, oh my gosh. So there's this short period of time where I would have these really realistic dreams that would be so realistic, only one tiny detail would tip me off that it was a dream. And they kind of disturbed me because in the dream I would never be able to wake up. I had this one dream. I was in my house chilling with my siblings and it felt really real. The only way I figured out it wasn't was because of things that felt off. And my sister, I was like, hey, you just slightly turned your head 180. And she was like, fine, yeah. Everything else was still normal, but I couldn't get out the dream, so I got really scared that would be my reality forever. I tried biting myself or pinching myself, but that didn't work, and that terrifies me. I think it was about a month later, but I had yet another realistic dream. I woke up in my bed and I knew I was dreaming, but I was paralyzed for some reason, so I couldn't wake up. So I decided to just fall back asleep again. And then when I woke up, I thought, oh, maybe I'm awake again, so I was able to move around and go around my house, but then I realized this is a dream too, and that repeated another time, and I got really scared because I thought I wouldn't wake up until I actually did. The one thing I hate about dreams is when I know they're not real and they're super uncanny, but I just can't wake up for some reason. It kind of scares me. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Those were just a few of the dreams I wanted to talk about. So, good night, my stars.